Good morning, everybody. Welcome to English class. Please turn on your cameras. Your cameras on, please. Now, let's start. First, I'm gonna take your list. Please pay attention. After that, we have to continue with our classes. Today is May. Pay attention, please. Arellano,
Present, teacher.
Nicolás, Bravo, Catania, Cruz, Cueva, Díaz, Leime, López, Mora Eric, Mora Alexander, Morales,
Presente.
Orden, Ortiz,
Presente.
Berengüez,
Presente, Lice.
contra la señorita Díaz. Quinto, Suárez, Túqueres, Uchiña, Vázquez, Vázquez,
Presente, Lice en Vasco.
Villamar, Yupa,
¿Me puede poner en lista, por favor?
Alexandra, Díaz,
Sí.
Nicole. ya está. Listo, chicos. Okay, let's start.
Dicen buenos días, Soleime. ¿Será que me puede poner en la lista, porfa?
Ya le pongo, ya. Sino que ahorita ya compartí y ya no me puedo regresar. Pero ya le pongo. Ya. Okay.
La cocina.
Let's start. Please turn off your microphones. I need that you turn on your cameras, not your microphones. Okay. And here we have listen to the audio and circle the answers. Multiple choice. You have to listen this audio and answer these questions. Please listen and answer.
Welcome back. So,
What happened? One moment, yeah? Okay, yeah. Listen and read. And after that, you have to answer the questions.
welcome back. So, we're here talking about the stages of a relationship. Falling in love is wonderful, isn't it? You go on a first date, and soon you're going out regularly. Everyone can tell that you're seeing someone new. This is everyone's favorite part of the relationship. But a relationship is really tested after this. You can fix many problems with communication, but relationships aren't easy to maintain. Eventually, you might feel like your only choice is to split up with someone. Has your girlfriend ever lied to you? Has your boyfriend ever cheated on you? Breaking up is hard. No one wants to get dumped. But it's important to communicate clearly about what you expect to happen after a breakup. That way, it's easier to manage hurt feelings.
Okay, welcome back. So we're here talking about the stages of a relationship. Falling in love is wonderful, isn't it? You go on a first date and soon you're going out regularly. Everyone can tell that you're seeing someone new. This is everyone's favorite part of the relationship. But a relationship is really tasted after yes. You can fix many problems with communication, but relationships aren't easy to maintain. Eventually, you might feel like your only choice is to split up with someone. Has your girlfriend ever lied to you? Has your boyfriend ever cheated on you? Breaking up is hard. No one wants to get dumped, but it's important to communicate clearly about what you expect to happen after a breakup. That way, it's easier to manage hurt feelings. Okay, you have to answer these questions. What is everyone's favorite part of a relationship? ¿Cuál es la parte favorita de una relación? When you lie to someone, cuando le mientes a alguien, when you split up, when you start dating, when you split up, terminan, cuando terminan, when you start dating, cuando ustedes empiezan a salir, when you expect it to happen, cuando están en la expectativa de qué pasará.
Sí.
Letter C, when you start dating. This is a favorite part of a relationship. When is a relationship really tested? At the breakup, during an argument, after the beginning stage, on the first date. After the beginning stage. Which of these is a solution to relationship problems? Running away? Talking about problems? Arguing? Going out regularly?
Letter B.
Letter B. Yes, talking about problems this is a solution to relationship problems. Talking about problems. When you have problems, you can talk about that. What should be made clear in a breakup? What should be made clear in a breakup? Blame should be made clear. Arguing is healthy during a breakup. Everything should be divided up, or you should be clear about your expect.
Letter A.
Letter D, because you should be clear about what you expect. What should be made clear? Breakup. Breakup, when you split up with someone, you have to you should be clear about what you expect. Tienen que ser claros en las expectativas que tienen. Por eso, cuando no se es claro, existen rompimientos, ¿no? Okay, let's continue. Oh, we finished. Fill in the blanks. Listen to the dialogue, complete the sentences with the words you hear. Listen this dialogue. This is other dialogue. Okay. This is one dialogue with Howard and Jerome. But I mean,
Hello?
okay, this is.
Hello?
Hey, Howard. It's Jerome. How's your paper coming along?
I've barely written a page. How about you?
It's working out. I'm almost done.
What? How is that possible?
The teacher recommended some books to us. Did you read them?
I tried, but it turned out badly. I couldn't understand anything. So I decided to just start writing the paper. That didn't work out either.
It turned out well for me.
Well, good for you. Why are you calling?
I just wanted to know if we could meet up later.
Well, it's going badly. I don't think I'll be finished anytime soon.
Why don't I come over and help you? My notes worked out well, so I'll bring them and give you some tips.
Really? That'd be great.
Okay, this conversation is with Howard and Jerome. Hello. Hey, Howard, it's Jerome. How's your paper coming along? I've barely written a page. How about you? It's working out. I'm almost done. What? How is that possible? The teacher recommended some books to us. Did you read them? I tried, but it turned out badly. I couldn't understand anything, so I decided to just start writing the paper. That didn't work out either. Jerome, it turned out well for me. Well, good for you. Why are you calling? I just wanted to know if we could meet up later. Well, it's going badly. I don't think I'll finish anytime soon. Why don't I come over and help you? My notes work out well, so I'll bring them and give you some tips. Really? That'd be great. Okay, return. Return to the activity. You have to complete the activity. You have to answer the correct words. Okay, but remember, barely. Barely means apenas. Barely. Page, página. Recommended, recomendado. Badly, muy malo. Badly, this is an adjective. Gravemente, I mean, that is gravemente, o muy dañado. Understand, entender. Finished, finalizado. Well, bien. Tips like advices, this is consejos. Yeah. Okay, return. Listen another time and you have to complete these blanks. You have to fill in the blanks. Listen the dialogue and complete the sentences with the words you hear. Okay. I put another time and you have to complete.
Hello?
Hey, Howard, it's Jerome. How's your paper coming along?
I've barely written a page. How about you?
It's working out. I'm almost done.
What? How is that possible?
The teacher recommended some books to us. Did you read them?
I tried, but it turned out badly. I couldn't understand anything. So I decided to just start writing the paper. That didn't work out either.
It turned out well for me.
Well, good for you. Why are you calling?
I just wanted to know if we could meet up later.
Well, it's going badly. I don't think I'll be finished anytime soon.
Why don't I come over and help you? My notes worked out well, so I'll bring them and give you some tips.
Really? That'd be great.
Okay. Howard has barely written one paper. ¿Ya? Howard tiene graves problemas escribiendo una página. The teacher recommended they use some books. El profesor le recomendó usar algunos libros. Howard tried to read the books, but it turned out badly. Howard tried to read the books. Howard trató de leer los libros, pero salió mal. Salió todo muy mal. But it turned out badly. He couldn't understand anything at all. Él no pudo entender nada. Howard won't be finished anytime soon. Howard no finalizará a tiempo. Jerome notes worked out well. Jerome, ¿qué le dice? Jerome nota que todo irá bien, ¿no? Jerome is planning on giving Howard some tips when he visits him. Dice que Jerome está planeando darle algunos consejos a Howard sobre algunos, cuando le visite, ¿no? Le va a dar algunos consejos sobre cómo escribir su paper cuando él lo visite a él. So, you have to send me these activities to Maya platform. You have to send me. This is your classwork. Your homework, you have to have one, wait a minute, while you watch a video. Only one moment.
Welcome to Outstanding.
No, yes.
Anita goes to Melanie's house and knocks at the door.
Hello, Melanie, it's Anita.
1 second.
You're not crying, are you?
I'm fine. I was just in the kitchen.
Come on, you can tell me what's going on.
I split up with Tony.
No way. I thought you two were falling in love.
Well, not really. We only went out a few times.
But I thought it was going well. He was charming.
Well, I was attracted to him, but he was kind of dull. He only ever talked about sports. It was boring hanging out with him. We couldn't communicate.
He plays hockey, doesn't he?
That's right. I always came second to sports. It wasn't working out anyway. He also lied all the time.
You're kidding, really?
Yeah, they weren't even good lies. He just said things to make himself sound more interesting. It wasn't very romantic.
Wow, you really didn't like him, did you?
No. Our argument just now is about food. He's obviously a terrible chef. I couldn't stand being with a man like that, could I?
So why are you so upset?
I was chopping the onions when I dumped him.
Hello, everyone. Right now, we're going to discuss the dialogue that took place between Anita and Melanie. Now, Anita went over to her friend Melanie's house, but something seemed wrong. Apparently, Melanie had just ended her relationship with a boy she had been dating.
Oh,
yeah,
that's sad.
Difficult time in your life when that happens.
Anyways, yes, that's very sad, but I've got a question. Are you saying that Melanie and her boyfriend had an argument?
Yeah, they had an argument, they had a fight. An argument and a fight are generally the same thing. An argument is, of course, only with words. People might fight with their hands or feet, but an argument is when you're angry with another person and you say angry words to each other. Now, Anita thinks that Melanie must be upset because she's crying, right? If you're upset, that means you're sad or you could be angry, but the main thing is you're not happy right now, and of course, often when people are sad or angry or upset, they do cry. For example, the players were really upset after they lost the game. They were sad they lost, they might have been angry because they didn't play well. They were definitely not happy, or they were upset.
Okay, let's get back to the dialogue. Now, to Anita, it must be obvious that Melanie is upset.
She's crying.
Now, here's the word obvious. Obvious means something is easy to see. You just can't miss it. For example, she looked sad and was obviously in a bad mood. Now, more about Melanie. Melanie says that she split up with Tony. Now, we don't hear from Tony in this dialogue, but he must be the guy that she'd been dating. Also, what does she mean by split up?
Ah, okay. Well, the phrases split up or sometimes break up, they refer to ending a relationship. If you split up or break up, you stop being someone's boyfriend or girlfriend. We can also use it if a husband and wife get divorced. We might say, oh, they split up, they broke up. The relationship is over. For example, Luke broke up with Judy last week.
Oh, so Luke and Judy split up. That's terrible.
Yep, they were a couple, but now no more.
Okay, now we haven't heard from Anita all that much, but next we learn that Anita is kind of surprised. Anita seems surprised that they broke up. She says that she thought the two were falling in love. Now, I like this expression to fall in love. For example, I fell in love with Tom the first time I saw him.
Really?
I couldn't help myself.
He's very handsome.
He is extremely handsome. Now, why I like this expression is that it makes me feel like love is a risky thing that you can't control. You just, it happens and it's dangerous and it's risky, but there's nothing you can do to stop it. You just fall in love.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very cute expression. Of course, when you fall, you have no control over what happens, right? You're just going through the air without being able to stop, kind of like when you feel your heart falling in love with a person. Well, back to the story. Sadly, it seems Melanie says that they were not in love. She and Tom were not in love. In fact, they only went out a few times. Oh, so it was maybe a new relationship, not a very long relationship.
Now, you said here they went out a couple of times, or they went out on a couple of dates. And that's just a short way of saying that, yes, you went out on a date with someone. But be careful when using this phrase. If you were to say, for example, I went out with my friend, people might think you're saying that you went out on a date with them.
Yeah, the term went out can be a little confusing, so you have to be careful when you use it and who you are talking about. Well, now let's get back to the article. It says Anita seems confused as to why they split up. Why did Melanie and Tony split up? She points out that Tony was very charming, okay? Now, charm means something like the word magic, like you have some kind of special power to attract people. If a man or a woman is charming, that means everyone likes that person. It's easy to make friends for that person, and everyone, when they meet them, they just magically right away feel very friendly towards that person. Tony is very easy to like. He's got many friends, and so people around him feel that he must have some kind of personal magic or personal charm. For example, Stan is very charming. All the ladies like him.
Back to Tony. That's enough about Stan and how charming he is. Now, as far as Tony is concerned, yes, Tony was charming, but Melanie doesn't find him magically charming anymore. She says she used to be attracted to him. Now, remember how I liked the phrase fall in love? I also like the word attracted. It kind of has a cute meaning. The word attracted literally means that you are being pulled towards a person, like how a magnet attracts metal. Can't keep them away. Now, if you are attracted to a person, You think that they are good looking and you kind of want to be with him or her. For example, Helen is usually attracted to tall, good looking guys.
Well, I guess that before, Tony was charming and attractive to Melanie, but not anymore. Things changed.
Right. Before, she thought he was charming and attractive, but now she thinks he's dull.
Ooh, dull.
Dull.
Wow.
Dull means boring. For example, I fell asleep in the middle of the movie. It was very, very dull. Now, back to the dialogue. She complains that all he wanted to do was talk about sports like hockey. I don't know what she's talking about. Who doesn't like to talk about sports like hockey?
Well, that's true. Lots of people do like sports and even talking about it. But you know, I think the problem is Melanie wants to feel like he, Tony, likes her more than he likes sports. If he's only talking about sports and never talks about her or other things, she might not feel that she is interesting to him. A girl doesn't want to feel like she comes second to anything. She likes to feel that she comes first or is the most important thing.
Right. If a person feels like they come second, they feel like they're less important than something else. And yes, this phrase can be used when talking about priorities and things like that. For example, for Harry, studying comes second to partying. That's no good. He should probably study more than he parties. Anyways, Melanie. Melanie doesn't want to come second. She wants to be the first and most important thing.
And I don't think that's too strange. Many girls want their boyfriend to think that she comes first. But get this, they didn't also seem to be communicating very well either. They weren't talking. Apparently, communicating is very important in a relationship, but there wasn't an exchange of information, you could say. There was no communication. For example, we can communicate by email, all right? That's how many people communicate these days. However, what I mean is they couldn't communicate about important things, like their feelings. Of course, they would talk, but they wouldn't talk about the important things in their relationship, like their feelings.
Yeah, feelings are difficult to talk about. It's something that a lot of guys aren't used to doing. Maybe that's why Tony only ever wanted to talk about sports. He was afraid to talk about anything deeper.
Okay, well, having no communication in a relationship is bad. It can make many problems. But it seems that in their relationship, there might have been other problems. It says he also lied to her. That's right, Tony lied to Melanie. If you lie, well, that means that he told her things that weren't true, okay? For example, she is not a very honest person. She lies all the time. She says things that aren't true. You can't believe her.
Now, lying is definitely not romantic. Now, the word romantic describes things that have to do with love or which are related to love. For example, Jeff is romantic. He often buys his wife flowers. What a nice guy.
That is nice.
Anyway, no one wants to date someone who says things that aren't true. And there's even more. She also says that he's a bad chef. The question is, why is she crying over this guy who she now thinks is a loser?
Well, she explains that a little bit. She was just cutting onions.
So Melanie was cutting onions.
When
she wasn't crying about
telling the story. So yes, just thinking about onions can make my and many other people's eyes water. When your eyes water, it might look like you're crying, but you might also be cutting onions in the kitchen. So although she seemed upset, she actually wasn't really upset. Dumping him was easy.
What do you mean by dumping?
Well, dumping and breaking up can mean the same thing. For example, I can't believe that Richard dumped Gina. The word can also be used when talking about dumping trash or garbage. For example, when you go outside your house and throw out the trash, you could say, I'm dumping some trash onto the street. I hadn't thought about this before, but actually the word dumping, when you're talking about a person or a relationship, it's kind of mean. You're kind of saying you're throwing the person away like you throw garbage away. It's kind of mean.
Yeah, it does seem mean.
Yeah.
You know, if Tony takes the relationship seriously, maybe he'll contact her again and they'll work it out.
That's true. They could get back together, or they could go on to find new and different partners. That's okay too, as long as they're both happy. Well, coming up next, Jeff and I will talk about the reading. Now, it's about all the different dating practices of different cultures all around the world. So it should prove to be very, very interesting.
Está apagado su micrófono, Licen. Está apagado su micrófono.
¿Qué pasó? Yo no, sí no lo activé. Bueno, a ver, repito. Your classwork. Your classwork in your student book, page 75, activity B and C. Your homework. In your workbook, you have to do page 31, activity C, conversation. Task 2, listen to the dialogue, choose true or false. ¿Ya? Entonces, classwork tiene que hacer en su student book la página 75, la actividad B y la C, las que hicimos hoy, la B y la C. Y de homework tiene que realizar la página 31, que es la actividad C, la tarea 2, el task 2, ¿sí? Y ese se trata de listen to the dialogue and choose true or false. Escuchar el diálogo y escoger si es verdadero o falso. ¿Ya? ¿Tiene alguna pregunta? ¿No? Ok.
Listen,
Dígame.
¿me puedes tomar lista, por favor?
Cierto, las personas que ingresaron después, a ver. Geraldi, Joel, el señor Túqueres, ¿quién más?
López.
Yo Licen quinto.
Yo parece. Mora, Listen.
Tom, Yupam,
López.
Mora Eric o Mora Alexander.
Mora Alexander, Listen.
Ya, Yupa ya está. ¿Quién más?
Sí me puso a mí Licen.
¿Saúl? Sí. Ahorita.
Sí, Licen.
Ya me puso Licen, disculpe.
López también. Sí, a ver quiénes están. Están el señor Arellano, Díaz. Leime ingresó, pero no está ahorita. Se han ido. Leime y Orden. Ya, entonces las temitas tienen falta. Ya, me quedé aquí. Mora Alexander, López sí está, Díaz López, Mora Alexander, Morales, Ortiz, Berengüez, Quinto, Túqueres, Vázquez y Yuca. ¿Sí? No me hace falta nada más. Ok, have a nice day. Be careful.
Le hice una pregunta, disculpe.
Dígame.
Listen, ¿desde cuándo son ¿cómo se llama? Los deberes?
¿Desde
Porque
cuándo?
ya tengo algunos deberes, pero no sé desde qué fecha O sea, la fecha de inicial, porque ya tengo, digamos, los deberes, todos los deberes de abril, pero no sé si también son todos los deberes de marzo.
A ver, marzo. Los de marzo ya se cerraron el 30 de abril. Los de abril ya tienen que subir a la plataforma.
Ya, Liz.
Los de marzo, si tienen los de marzo,
Ya, Liz, muchas gracias.
mándeme al WhatsApp.
¿Desde qué fecha, Liz? Disculpe, es que o todos los de marzo son
Todos,
de este bloque.
todo el mes de marzo. Ajá.
Ya, ya,
Es
Liz,
todo el mes
muchas
de
gracias.
marzo, abril. Ya.
Ya, Liz,
Listo,
muchas
listo.
gracias.
¿Otra pregunta más? ¿Alguien más? ¿Nadie más? Okay, have a nice day. Be careful. Please do your homework. Send me, please, to my platform and see you soon. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.